This video has been brought to you by my book, A Winner Is You. Check it out in the description below. JoJo, JoJo, JoJo. Bloodlines flowing through our time as we come to play the game. He's descended from the Joestar line, so he's got a lot to prove. He's a gentleman who fights with his pride and hamon too. Now he fights to prove his worth as a gentleman, and then he goes to show now that he won't back down as he fights Neo and his foes. Time to face some JoJo, 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 JoJo. The burning fights commences now. I want to show this game off to you. There's burning courage running through his veins, transcending time throughout all generations. Now you get to see JoJo's final blow. This is the blood of the game, JoJo! Welcome to Awesome Video Game Memories, where we talk about awesome memories about video games. I'm Ryan, and the game we're going to talk about today is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Phantom Blood for the PS2. Sono Chino Sadame JoJo! So I'm a huge JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fan, and I'm actually one of the rare fans who likes Phantom Blood as their favorite part, even though I've read everything up the JoJo line. Okay, calm down. I mean, I'm still gonna defend Phantom Blood to the end, man. And the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Phantom Blood PS2 game was originally supposed to be a tie-in for the 2007 Phantom Blood movie that only came out in Japan for a very, very short amount of time, and then it was never seen again, although over the years a couple of clips have appeared on YouTube. And nobody knows to this day why this movie has not been released, and despite all the rumors you've probably heard, like, Hirohiko Araki hating this movie, or the movie didn't perform that well, certain characters were removed, we don't really have the truth on why this movie was not released, but we're not here to talk about the movie, we're here to talk about the tie-in game. So JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Phantom Blood for the PS2 is the only game dedicated to the first part of the series, or most of the games in the series are based mostly on Part 3, Stardust Crusaders, Part 5, Golden Wind, and we also have games just based on all 8 parts of the series. So now the thing you're wondering is this game any good? Well, Rymo. Rymo, huh? I guess this makes this Rymo's Bizarre Adventure.
You thought you were playing a good game, but it was me, Rio!
Well, Rio, how many lives has this game taken because they wasted their money on it? Like me.
Well, how many loaves of bread have you eaten in your lifetime?
I'm not gonna answer that. And these are pretzel buns, not bread. So the biggest issue I have with this game is the camera. Yes, the camera is always centered on Jonathan, and the problem is it's way too centered on Jonathan. So it's a bit hard to show you with the gameplay footage, but the thing is you're always going to be fighting with the camera while trying to focus on your enemies, and it's always centered on Jonathan's back. And Jonathan has a hard time locking onto enemies, so he's going to be kind of punching here when the enemy's over here, and you're going to end up dying a lot.
Where are you punching at, Rymo? I'm over here! Useless! Muda!
And yes, there is a dedicated button to locking onto your enemies, but in the heat of the action, it gets really, really difficult to press it. And so I do admit the first third of this game was really, really hard for me because of the bad camera, and then later on in the game, you end up fighting multiple enemies at the same time, and it gets really difficult to focus on all your enemies. Although I will say, The game gets a bit easier after Dio gets the stone mask, and then you learn Hamon from Zeppeli. And so the good thing is you can mostly charge up your Hamon and pray that you lock onto the enemy and punch him and beat him in 1 or 2 hits. And this game actually follows the Phantom Blood story to a T, using the colored version of the manga rather than the anime, because this game came out in 2006, 6 years before the David production anime ever came out. So the color schemes are based on the colored version of the manga that was released in Japan. And all the voice actors they use for this game are the ones they actually use for the movie, not for the David production anime. And since most of us haven't seen the movie, we don't really have anything really to base it off of. And once you do learn the hamon, you can actually use the thumbsticks to use, Sunlight Yellow Overdrive and all the special hamon attacks, which make it a lot easier to beat Dio at the end. So the game does get a bit easier once you learn Hamon. You pretty much just charge up your Hamon, punch an enemy, defeat the enemy, repeat the process. But by the time you're fighting Buford in the water, this is when the game gets pretty difficult, because you're underwater, it's really hard to move, and you have to find pockets of air where you can inhale bubbles, so you can get air to use your Hamon to use on Buford, but it's not easy to hit Buford in the water, so this battle took me a little while. And holy shit, and if you thought Tarkus was huge in the anime and the manga, Tarkus is really huge in this game, but luckily he's not too difficult to defeat in comparison to Buford. And actually, one part of the game where I did have a bit of a problem with was the fight with Dio in Midnight's Lot, and I was having trouble beating him. Like, my technique to actually charge up Hamon and unleash it on Dio did not really work, but you actually do have to follow parts of the story, just like in the manga and the anime. Like, when you're fighting Jack the Ripper, Jonathan has the glass that he's not supposed to drop. And you actually have to use that glass to find Jack the Ripper inside the tunnel. And so when you're fighting Dio in Midnight's Lot, you actually have to use the flames, just like in the manga, because remember when Jonathan gets the Sword of Luck and Pluck, he actually uses the fire from the flames to heat up the sword so he doesn't succumb to Dio's freezing technique, and you have to beat Dio that way.
What's the matter, Raimo? Having trouble beating the game? You can't beat it! You're useless! Useless! Muda, 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 muda!
あの感じ、完全に波紋は入った。
No! Raimo! How dare you! I have to hurry before the hamon hits my head! Move or move!
And then the final fight with Dio on the ship after you get married to Arena with Dio and Wang Chan, you actually have to charge up your Hamon so you can use a Sunlight Yellow Overdrive in order to beat him, because you can't beat Dio in the normal fashion. And once you defeat Dio and Wang Chan, you see the ending, you win the game, and then you unlock a whole bunch of bonus modes, where you actually get to play as multiple characters. There's a ton of characters you can play as in this game. I mean, there's extra battle mode, there's the 77 Nights challenge mode where you have to win 77 battles, and then after you beat that, you unlock Dio mode, where you unlock Dio and you get to see the story from his perspective, although there are no cutscenes. In all honesty, I don't think you want to torture yourself playing this game to see any of the extra modes. Alright, so where did JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Phantom Blood go wrong? Well, it went wrong in a lot of places. Well, it was Bandai Namco's first attempt at a solo JoJo game, after the SNES Stardust Crusaders RPG game, and the Capcom fighting game, and the Golden Wind game also made by Capcom. And it was definitely rushed in order to meet the deadline for the Phantom Blood movie. So luckily, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Phantom Blood for the PS2 is not very expensive on eBay. You can probably get it for about 10 to 15 bucks, well, plus the shipping from Japan. I actually got this in a combo with the Golden Wind game for about 30 bucks, so it was about 15 bucks for me. And is it worth playing after everything I said? You know what? It's a terrible game. I'm not gonna lie about that. It is an awful game. But if you're a JoJo fan like me, and if you love Phantom Blood, I think you'll have a little fun playing this game, even though it's frustrating. So I guess if you're a fan of JoJo and you like Phantom Blood, definitely try it out. Well, anyways, that ends this episode of Awesome Video Game Memories. I'm Ryan, and
Oh no, my throat! I must use the last of my hamon to obliterate this game and blow up my apartment.
so you, the audience, can live and never have to play this game.
Look what you've reduced me to, Raimo. Now I'll take your body and take over the world.
Hamon overdrive.
Your body is now mine! You stopped me with a good JoJo game!
Rio, even now, I feel a bizarre friendship between us. Like our destinies are forever intertwined, and will end with this game.
Wait, Raimo, if you let me go, I'll heal your wounds. You'll be able to review games forever! Raimo! No. It's too late. He's dead!
I'll play the roundabout. The game will make you out and out. I'll play the game your way. Call it morning, playing through the start it in and out the levels. The music dance and sway. They make the children really play. I'll play the game your way. Call it morning, playing through the start and in and out the levels. In and around the game. Gamers come out of the sky and they play there. 1 mile over, we'll be there and play with you. 10 true gamers will be there and playing too. 24 before my game, you'll see I'll play this with you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to check out these other videos, and also make sure to follow me on social media and check out the official Battle Geek Plus website. Take care.